So let's go to open. Let's look at Nightly Journey. So Nightly Journey was something that I wrote when I was for my senior recital when I was in college, and it's probably the most mature piece of music that I ever wrote in my entire life. And I put a lot of effort into this, like a huge amount of effort. I can play it for you. It's not going to make a lick of sense because it's a whole bunch of gestures and things like that. So I don't think I wrote any of the things down that are right here. So A Nightly Journey is based off, it's for snare drum and spoken word. It's very artsy, and it's meant to depict what happens to you as you go through a sleep paralysis. I'm someone who, I grew up with terrible nightmares, and I just never really slept really well, and I started dabbling in lucid dreaming to get over that, and it totally worked, and I got, things are way better and everything, and I kind of grew out of it, although I do still kind of want to lucid dream again. But I wanted to depict what it felt like, because it's the most terrifying thing that you'll probably ever experience, or what most people ever experience in the shadow, man. It is just dreadfully terrifying. So it starts off with a ping pong ball on the snare drum, and you're kind of rolling it around, and it has this, with the snares off, it has this hollow sound going on. And as that's happening, you say these words: be aware of what you see, hear, feel, taste, smell, and above all, be aware of your breathing. And then I grabbed the ball, and I was all I'm not gonna lie, I kind of looked like a tool. I was all artsy fartsy with it. I was like, what do you see? And I grabbed my sticks, and then I did this really loud roll, and I went to nothing. It was like a bright light that is that outshines the sun. A tall shadow man, and that went with it and stuff. And then over here, I broke into I put the stick hard against the drum, and I hit against it, so I had this clicking thing. As I try to move, do you feel that the heaviness of your body? Feel that pressure on your chest, because that's what people feel. I grabbed a lot of this from a book called Exploring the World of Lucid Dreaming, I think is what it's called. I can't remember who it's by. Actually, let's look that up real quick. Who is that? This is it. Yeah, Exploring the World. Oh, I misspelled lucid. Exploring the World of Lucid Dreaming. This is it. Great book. It's a big read. It's a hard read, but it's really interesting, and you should check it out. So he talks about when you're trying to lucid dream, you need to be aware of these things, which is why I said them. And then I turn the snares off, and I pitch bend the drum. So I kind of really stab the stick into the snare drum, and then I pitch bent it by, and it was he's sitting on you. He's pushing on your body, holding you down. And then I did the loudest rim shot I possibly could, wake up. And then I put a towel on there on the snare drum, had this nice muted effect going on. Do you think you're awake? Listen to that sound, the skin rubbing sound. Try to move. You can't. You are still asleep. And these really weird broken rhythms that really gave a really unsettling sound. And then I took it off, and I'm not gonna lie, my snare drum was tuned really mint. So after I took it off, and after you heard all these weird pitch bending, all these weird things going on, I turned the snares on, and it's this really crisp sound. It was really nice. And it was odorless smells. And then it's at the end of it, it's I, not you. I. Everything has been I. Because when you're in sleep paralysis, you think everything is you. You think everything is happening to you, and it's outside of your control, but it's really I. And I know that sounds like a really dumb concept, but it's what I see, I hear, I feel, I taste, I smell. I control my breathing, I control my heart rate. And then, because that's how I learned how to get out of sleep paralysis, is I would remind myself that I control things and I control my heart rate. So I would always test this by speeding up my heart rate by breathing really fast, and then I would slow it down. And it was kind of hard. So what I would do is I would put my hands on the drum, and I would breathe in and out, and I would keep my arms stiff, so it sounded like my drum was breathing. and then I like hit my thumb on the drum to give off a heartbeat sound. And I am not just aware, I am conscious of my awareness. I am asleep. So yeah, I wrote this back in 2016. Man, that seems like it was so long ago, even though my recital, yeah, it was in 2016. This was one of my biggest hits that I wrote. When I originally set out to write something, I wanted to write something for solo, snare, drum, and spoken word, because I wanted to do something artsy, because I'd never really kind of done that before. And it was going to be about the beach. I had things going on about the beach, and I had my lesson teacher, Dr. Grazer. He was helping me out with it, and it was fun. To, my other lesson teacher, Dr. Lane, like, he kind of wanted nothing to do with it. Like, he thought it was real dumb. And then after I wrote this piece, and I had all this inspiration to do all these things, and it really came together, it was really something, then he wanted to be on board. And I was like, I'm sorry, it doesn't work like that. Like, you should have been my teacher when I needed you, kind of thing. But Dr. Grazer really helped me out with this. So this is one of my favorite pieces, and it looks really good. This is what I'm talking about, like finale. Finale makes things look good. Finale makes things look really good.